Good morning, land of YouTube. I am out here at a little bit of an odd time. Not a very common time for me to be on the trail. Let me explain. I left really close to 8 o'clock this morning because, well, you know, I ate a second dinner. I went to In-N-Out Burger, and then I had a hell of a lot of exercise yesterday, and, you know, my back, I think the kids were up on my shoulders. It wrenched on my back a little bit. I had a really good visit with my children yesterday. It was amazing. I loved seeing them. And, yeah, so my low back wasn't feeling the greatest. And honestly, if I'm 100% transparent, I wanted to stay in bed all day. I theoretically could have, aside from one appointment, well, actually two back-to-back, which are by Zoom. I could have basically stayed home and not gone anywhere. It wouldn't have been very productive. But, you know what's cool is I find myself at times the only person on the trail. I mean, I do see somebody back. Finally, there's somebody back behind me, way back there. But, you know, typically at the times that I would go super early, not too many people are out. And I say super early as in like an hour before sunrise. I enjoy being out, breathing in nature. In my opinion, inhaling the past, exhaling the future, and being present. It brings me very present the more I'm out in nature. And then I look around in society's constraints and realize that no matter where I'm at, I'm in nature, just a different version of it. It's a different visual perception, but we're all kind of part of nature. This whole thing, everywhere we go is nature. There's better spiritual energy in certain, let's say, energy fields, if anybody knows what those are. And I know of a few. I know of one really, really powerful one that I've just felt. And then I've later on, like maybe 2 years later, I've had it confirmed by another person recommending the same area. Now, that's something special because it's a perception or a heightened sense of acuity towards feeling something that's not quite common to feel. That means that I'm sensitive to something, and it doesn't mean others aren't. But I've only heard of one other person recommend the same area as an energy field. So it comes with degrees of a spiritual awakening or a heightened sense of spiritual ability that may or may not be common in humanity. I've had, if I'm just describing myself, I've had things like my ex-boss when I lived over in Nevada. Things happen. I would be talking about something and then it would happen. And he says, dude, relax. You're just psychic, bro. And I was like, I know, you know, for the most part, I don't believe that that's an easy way to put it. And then I know what I've studied and the retraining of my mind. In which case, if I go to retraining our minds, a lot of dis-ease or disease starts in the mind. It starts with the way we think, our dysfunctional thought process. And I'm a very firm believer that once we heal our mind and we start thinking properly, the whole body, everything else shifts into place. I've gone through a rapid transformation at one point to where, you know, I felt like shit was just popping and clicking into place in my physical flesh. That's wild. Like, it wasn't very pleasurable. It was fucking pretty painful, actually. If I had to describe certain phases of this awakening I've experienced, if felt like I was getting ripped apart. Basically ripped apart from the inside out. Very uncomfortable. So, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I feel like it's been a blessing, the whole thing. And I'm thoroughly in love with my existence that I am currently in. And I would have had it no other way. I value every single instance of any of the pain I got to exhibit, or exhibit, whatever. It's like I got to see it. If it's an exhibit, I got to be a silent witness to it. Powerlessness is also brought up, because a lot of it I was very powerless. And so it's a humbling experience to go through some of the things that I've been through. And yet I still find an opportunity daily to be humbled. Be it that I don't let my emotions overcome me in any situation and I observe versus reacting. These are all very deepened psyche tools, deepened into the consciousness of ourselves, that if we really get a good grasp on all of it, well, we can make better, bright futures for ourselves in ways that are kind of inconceivable if we look around at the current everyday life that society displays. I'd like to think that no matter where I'm at, I'm off grid. Because the grid would be the regular quantum frame of consciousness that all these people exist in. And not all, like everybody all, but a good amount of people, right? I kind of think like an alien. It's foreign to most. So, shit, sometimes I don't even know if I make sense. So I'm going to go back and watch this video and see if it's actually streamlined enough to where it makes sense to somebody before I actually put it on. Because I could catch myself verbally slipping a little, and I jump or I cram words together, so I could jump from topic to topic a little too fast in my narrative of what I'm trying to express, right? Because I'm excited. I have a lot of information to get out, and I want to share it with the world because, ultimately I'd love to see everybody benefit from knowledge and information. And then it sucks because there's so much that I'm trying to pour out that I could lose sight, lose focus, and scramble something, which is ultimately probably ruining a delivery attempt for enlightenment to reach someone else. I'm going to keep this video very short. I'm going to stop it at 10 minutes. And I do continually make daily videos. I'm not getting them uploaded because of either throttling with AT&T or something with YouTube, not allowing the big bandwidth stuff to go on fast. It takes like 3 or 4 days to get one video uploaded still. So I think that's something with YouTube. Somebody recommended I pay for high-speed internet at home. That way I could upload through Wi-Fi. I may end up needing to do that, especially if I want these videos to go on daily. I think it's all a ploy to get more money from data companies, but that's just what I think. They sell an invisible quality of something that we can't even touch, which is bandwidth. And then they filter it they're like, this person's gonna need this. Definitely. So let's limit him, make him struggle, and then, he'll pay more. It'll work. And scientifically, they're fucking right. Because guess what? I'm going to get frustrated enough to where I pay for high quality internet, and then boom, my shit starts going on. Now who's benefiting? Corporations. Got it. Money-making machine, right? It's either that or I move next door to somebody that has high-speed internet, and they give me the password because I'm their friend. That'd be fucking super cool. And then they're going to come over and complaining at some point, like, I don't know why I can't watch Netflix, Donnie. I'm like, oh yeah, because I've been dumping, hour and 20-minute videos on here constantly. Okay, so I got to cut this video off at 10 minutes. I love you all. Stay up, stay lit, and go outside, exercise, be one with nature, and love yourself and the world. Do it, because you're worth it.